SaveOurWater.com.
On Monday, October 9th, don't miss the KBLA Talk 1580 exclusive. The tape. 1 year later.
Y'all were coming for us.
Yeah, but Tavis, that's not in my heart. I wasn't coming for anyone like that. I apologize, but that was not me. That's not in my heart. And like I said a few moments ago, I have a solid, demonstrable record of shared power that's real and concrete. That can't be misinterpreted.
Join Tavis Smiley and an all-star panel of political insiders, influencers, and journalists for a look back at the crisis that shook LA City Hall when 4 Latino leaders were caught on tape making racist, demeaning, and derogatory statements about black people and other fellow citizens. On Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580, The Tape, 1 year later. We'll broadcast live an afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later, are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape, 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580, Monday, October 9th, live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
When I find that I can teach one person the joy of living, the joy of thinking God's thoughts, it's a beautiful experience to me. I think it was last Sunday and Friday of last week that the lady was here and came down here and brought those 4 bottles of pills that she had to live on. It was really 5. She didn't bring the other one. She had gotten rid of that one first. And those were heart pills. And she had to live on those pills every day. She had to take so many from this bottle, so many from that bottle, so many from the other bottle, and she had to carry those heart pills around with her. So that all of a sudden the heart didn't act right, she had to pop a pill. She was a legal junkie. You know, there are 2 kinds of junkies. I'm getting in your medicine cabinet now. And I'm not trying to tell you, if the doctor prescribes some pills for you, you take them until I can teach you how to live above it. Now, don't go home and throw out your medicine. I don't try to stretch you beyond your faith. But this lady has been coming to these services and classes for 14 years, ever since we've been in this building. And it took her about 14 years, but she kept coming right back here. Finally, a year ago, she got it. She heard me say something about the heart. She heard me say that the heart does not attack anybody. People attacked the heart. She says, what? And it wasn't the first time I'd said that. I've said that from time to time. But she got it. It's just like when you come here, you're always going to hear me talking about health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Let me hear you say it. Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Come on, let's hear it. Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Let's hear it. Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Now listen, if you get sick of health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money, no need for you to come back here. Because I'm going to wash your face in it. I'm going to baptize you with it. I like when we were at the Sunset, you know, I'd been there for about a couple of years, and somebody said, Reverend Ike, when are you going to baptize us? I said, honey, I've been baptizing you ever since I've been here. Some people just won't get in the water. And why am I running these old cliches by you? I'm going to run them by you until you get them. I asked one of my classes, and one of the ladies down here answered it. I said, now, you know, sometimes people come here and they want to be helped, they want to be healed, they want their problems solved, and they want it done just like that, when it took them many years to learn how to get into the groove they're in. And I said, how long did it take some of you people to learn your negative thinking? And one person said, all my life.
You're not deserving of a relationship. I know nobody's going to go that far. But it puts you in the bottom class of options for someone who has worked on their generational tasks. That was the legendary Reverend Ike. A lot of people don't like Ike. Huh? But you can't argue with the point. Reverend Ike is saying some of the same things your clinicians are telling you. He said, how long it took you to develop that mindset? My whole life. A clinician will turn around and tell you your attachment style is this because your primary caregiver, i.e. your mama, failed to do this or that. And this is why you have a maladaptive attachment style or attachment wounds. You ain't got to like him. He made the point for me tonight. Are you a relationship commoner? When you start going into your relationships, you need to start asking the question, am I still a commoner? And how will my common ways manifest in this new interaction? And how are my commonalities related to the commonalities of this new person? Ooh, I know y'all not ready for this kind of talk tonight. But you're going to get it. It's hour number 2. So let's get it. Psychologically and philosophically, what does relationship poverty look like? Conversely, what does relationship wealth look like? I'm not talking about what's in your bank account. I'm talking about what's in your spirit, what's in your soul. What thought process, outlook, perspective, behaviors, commitment, quality of love, and connection place a couple in the top 1% category when it comes to healthy relationships? What thought process, outlook, perspectives, behaviors, commitment, quality of love, and connection place a couple in the bottom tier when it comes to cultivating a healthy relationship? What daily practices nurture relational wealth, fostering emotional intimacy and understanding between partners? How do individuals in the top 1% of intimate relationships handle disagreements and conflicts? And how does it vary from those in the bottom percentiles that are considered to be high quality, high value? See, let me tell you something. We grading on a different curve here. This is a spirit grade. I know you ain't never heard of nothing like that. In the realm of love languages, I know Dr. Jashana Johnson don't like them love languages because really them love languages are your attachment wounds asking to be fed. But we digress. In the realm of love languages, how do relationally wealthy couples consistently speak each other's language, ensuring mutual fulfillment? How do they do that? What role does empathy play in the lives of those who are relationally wealthy? And how does it shape their interaction? How do relationally rich couples maintain a healthy balance between independence and interdependence within their relationships? The questions should be burning the hair out your nose. What communication strategies empower relationally wealthy partners to express their needs and desires openly and honestly? 1-800-920-1580. How do spiritually connected couples navigate challenges, drawing strength from their shared beliefs and practices? What habits characterize relationally impoverished individuals, hindering their ability to establish and maintain meaningful connections? I know y'all not ready, but you gonna get ready. I'm gonna get you ready. You want to have a real relationship, you should be asking these questions. You should be writing these questions down. You should be dealing with stuff like this. This is a real relationship. Love and hip-hop conversations are not. You got to remember, entertainment is entrainment. It's a type of indoctrination. The indoctrination of escapism. You're escaping the real conversation. Oh, that makes you relationally poor. You're escaping the real conversation with self. That's why you incarnated on planet Earth. To heal all of the experiences you ask for. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it. Nikki from Mississippi. Get back in here. Finish cooking. What did Big Mama say?
When she would ask, who are the people of the person you're bringing into the family? Who are their people? What is their name? Their family names. One of the reasons they asked those questions was to identify shared beliefs, I believe you referred to. Mm-hmm. Because family names could sometimes indicate reoccurring family problems, alcoholism, people who beat people up, mental illness. So when we don't stay in a place, get in a place, work on getting to a place with a mate where we can even identify, do we have any shared beliefs? How then do we create value in the relationship? It's not the money, it's the character or lack thereof. That makes it go forward or makes it stay together, or the willingness to stay when it gets hard.
So you're saying character is a currency that's worth more than the currency in your wallet?
Absolutely. That's one of the tools that you should be using as royalty to determine, are you to be with this person or not? Where are you in your character? The answer to that question can be a different place depending on when you check a person.
Oh, God, I don't mean to laugh. It's just hit me in the spirit. Do you have any more of them biscuits? Could you keep cooking? Please keep cooking, Nikki. JW from South Central, you know I love LA, and I'm going to come to you, JW, but Lord have mercy, this child got peanut oil, she got avocado oil, she cooking with all the high-level ingredients. Please say one more thing before I let you go. Give us one more powerful jewel.
When we decide to truly believe that we are divinely created and accept the responsibility for what that means, we will all have better relationships. But as long as we keep lying to each other, we're going to keep getting that lie result.
Nikki, I love you. Call in anytime, Nikki. You done brought Mississippi in. I'm from Tennessee, so I love the South. Girl, keep cooking. Call in anytime. She brought Mississippi in the building. If you want to join this national conversation, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, trust me, I still got a lot to talk about.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, Music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
If you're a veteran with a service-connected disability that is directly impacting your ability to work, resources are available to help you find employment. VA's Veteran Readiness and Employment, or VR&E, can assist you with finding a job that uses your existing skills. Or, if you're interested in exploring a new field, a VR&E counselor can help you determine the right education or training options for a new career. Find out if VR&E is right for you by visiting va.gov/VRE today.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Is your eyesight changing?
I can't read this anymore.
Don't lose hope. People just like you are working every day using Braille, screen magnification, speech technology, and other tools and blindness skills. Your eyesight may have changed, but your goals, they don't have to. We can help. Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
In the Ferrari or Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing.
Bubble hard in the double law, flashing the rings with the window crack, holla back, money ain't a thing.
Jigga, I don't like it if it don't gleam, in the hell with the price, but the money ain't a thing.
Put it down hard for my dogs that's locked in the bang. When you hit the brakes, new whips, money ain't a thing. Come on.
Y'all wanna floss with us? Come on. All across the board, we burn it up. Drop a little paper, baby, toss it up. Slacking on your pimpin', turn it up. See the money ain't a thing.
Flex the road, sign a check for ya. Jigga style is love, X and O. Save all your accolades, just the dough. My game is wide, all names aside. Trying to stay alive, 100 down for the bracelet. Foolish ain't I, the chain to strain your eye. Twin platinum gun, son, aim for the sky. Ice on my bullet, you die soon as I pull it. Willies wanna rub shoulders, your money's too young. See me when it gets older, your bank account grow up. Mine's is 1000 old up. Damn near out the rear trunk when I roll up. Moti till I close up, it's all basic. I've been spending hundreds since they had small faces. Rob your stash out, doubled out down in Vegas. Me and JD got it locked crazy. Where you at, haters?
Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing.
Bubble hard in the double law, flashing the rings with the window crack, holla back.
Let's continue our definition of a rich man. And you see, this is the kind of rich man, a rich mind that will not enter and cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. A rich man, a mind which appraises materiality above spirituality. Things above thought. A mind whose trust is in matter rather than in higher law of thought, kingdom of God and his righteousness. This is very subtle. We talk about it all the time, but it is worth repeating again and again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, a man must come to understand that thought has power over materiality, and that materiality does not have power over thought. You must come to understand that. And a person who does not understand that, but rather values material things above thought or above mind, he may be rich in materiality, but he is poor in understanding. And Jesus said this kind of a rich man, a mind that is rich in its belief in materiality, a mind that is rich in its belief in material power, cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. I find it interesting also what's going around in the world mind now. The Russians in the United States and their camps, respective camps, are in this arms control business, are in an arms race. And they're talking about the power that they have to destroy everybody on earth. I don't share that opinion. I will not accept that opinion. The Russians do not have power over my life and well-being. No kind of material arms or bombs are...
if you can't find the value in what the brother is saying, I really don't know what to tell you. And the juxtaposition of Reverend Ike right after the aggrandizement of materiality in the Jay-Z JD record. Money ain't a thing because we got so much of it. I could spend so much of it and not miss it. But spiritual poverty is what Reverend Ike was talking about. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, Andy. Andy done jumped in here, man.
Look, I didn't know nothing about Reverend Ike until, I started working with you.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we play any of his clips, he's providing value. But I'm curious to know, why was he a hated individual?
Because back in the day, he was super flashy. And put it this way, what they doing over at Agape with Michael Beckwith, right, is what he was doing. Science of mind. It's the same doctrine. It's the same. He was flamboyant. He had, this is in his 80s, 70s and 80s. He had like Bentleys and Rolls Royces, and he was saying, nah, you're one with God. There's no separation between you and God. So he was a little bit controversial because it wasn't traditional Christianity. But what it was is the same thing Michael Beckwith is talking about at Agape right now. Same stuff. So, coming up in the 80s, he was on Phil Donahue. They was like, so what do you need the Bentley for, and what's up with all the fancy clothes, and you get what I'm saying? So he was, in my opinion, he was ahead of his time, but at the same time he was right on time because he set the tone for that. So but that's why I love his information. I don't know what he did personally. I don't know nothing about his personal life. I don't know who he is, what. I just hear the information. I know how to separate the messenger from the message. You see, I take that message, and that messenger can go on down to Harold and Bell's and get a fish sandwich. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you understand? Let's get these callers in here because I'm turned up, as you can see. I'm turned up. Let's go. Who's been on the longest? JW, come on. South Central Los Angeles is in the building. What's up, good brother? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you call for South Central, my brother, L.A.
Yes.
Okay, and peep in. Pay attention. I know a little bit about Reverend Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make this real quick, and then I'm going to switch my subject matter and address what the nature of the conversation is. Mm-hmm. First of all, Reverend Knight, I had a brother that was paralyzed. Reverend Knight was at the Shrine Auditorium back in the early 50s when I was a child. He claimed he had the healing cloth. My brother never had a chance to get healed by him. I guess he had a scheme or whatever, but that part's irrelevant. Now, I'm going to keep it positive. Just like you, he has value and worth because he was ahead of the curve, even though some people criticize that type of, I guess, doctrine or philosophy as what, New Age. But I don't have a problem with it because I'm a critical-minded person that thinks for myself. So I like some of his ideals and concepts and what he spoke on are really true. Now, what I love to hear people say is universal. Universal truth, universal laws. Now, real worth is unlimited because it's universal. True value, character, morals, ethics, principles, these are all attributes of God, which is universal. It's everlasting. There's no limitation to it. And God gets the glory for that. Now, back to what I said last week, when that lady was talking about what a man can do and be a king and how he can earn his worth or whatever, or have a bum, or etc.
I love
God created human beings for one main reason, and that was for a relationship, like you said earlier. And the relationship is for us to make improvements on ourselves. I never had a chance to get your book about the shadow man, but I've been listening to your program, and I identify with it 100%, and I'm able to comprehend. And another thing I would love to hear from other people when they would use the word discernment. Now, the sister mentioned one time only, and then she made some other good reference points as well. But the main point is to have discernment, and what society has taken away from us was the real worth and real value, which was the family unit. That was the basic foundation, and that originates from the Word of God. Bottom line. And the old folks who used to say, if you lay down with dogs, you'll wake up with fleas. But the other point is, what kind of pedigree is that man you bringing into my house? Because he could be a mutt. He could be a mutt. He could be a junkyard dog. We are high pedigree, high standards, high qualities, high morals, high ethics, etc. And like I said once before, there's a higher nature and a lower nature. You follow me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll let you get a word in.
No, man. This is your time. You got about 30 more seconds, so keep going before I pull the plug. Now keep going. You got 30 more seconds.
Well, the bottom line is what I stated the other day. Everything is about character, human relationship, and that's your real worth and your real value. And society, or the secular, I guess you would say the mentality of how the powers that be created this system has hoodwinked us, bamboozled us, and deceived us, and got us blindfolded and brainwashed us, and we are lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, lack of self. Lack of the Holy Spirit, don't know how to kill the flesh daily, like Paul would say. Kill the flesh daily. End story.
I got you, brother. JW, thank you, brother. JW from South Central Los Angeles. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, the sisters are going to make their case. We got Houston, Texas in the building, and we got Pensacola, Florida. Definitely going to Pensacola, Florida, because Houston just got here. Let's go!
Drop a little paper, baby, toss it up. You slacking on your pimping, turn it up. See, the money ain't a thing.
Cake thick, I live the life. Eating crab, watching chicken shake this shit all night. I make the big moves, do the big thing. Take small groups, turn them into big names. The big dog with the big change, frostbit bracelet. The match can't say I'm rich, man. Type of end that you need.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. Alabama's congressional map now has 2 districts for black voters. The new map features one district with nearly 49% black voters and another with just under 52%. Former President Trump is asking a judge to dismiss his federal election interference case. Trump's legal team argues his actions leading up to the 2021 attack on the Capitol are protected by presidential immunity. Trump was indicted by a federal grand jury in August for his alleged efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Detroit's Motown Museum has revealed its expansion for the first time in a private event for donors yesterday. The museum's The Motown Experience will bring visitors back in time using classic photos showing the family environment of the studio in the 1960s and 70s. The second exhibit is called The Backstage Lounge, and it features new music and interviews with Motown artists. And that's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Water. All of life depends on it. So, for the love of water, California, everyone has a part to play when it comes to reducing water waste. Let's make conservation a way of life. Find ways to conserve at SaveOurWater.com.
On Monday, October 9th, don't miss the KBLA Talk 1580 exclusive. The tape. 1 year later.
Y'all were coming for us.
Yeah, but Tavis, that's not in my heart. I wasn't coming for anyone like that. I apologize, but that was not me. That's not in my heart. And like I said a few moments ago, I have a solid, demonstrable record of shared power that's real and concrete. That can't be misinterpreted.
Join Tavis Smiley and an all-star panel of political insiders, influencers, and journalists for a look back at the crisis that shook LA City Hall when 4 Latino leaders were caught on tape making racist, demeaning, and derogatory statements about black people and other fellow citizens. On Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580, The Tape. 1 year later. We're broadcast live in afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later. Are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape. 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580. Monday, October 9th. Live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about.
At City National, we listen to you.
I want to expand my business and my legacy.
I want to set up the next generation for success.
I want to see my vision come to life.
I want to feel right at home.
Your goals, passions, vision, future. We want to hear it and work alongside you to achieve it. Visit cnb.com to learn more. City National Bank. Here for our clients and communities.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to The Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, so it's Tax Talk Thursday here on the Million.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was holding up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. Oh, so I figured I'd call in early, turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, yeah. So just lay back your mind, something new. Everybody tuning in to soul, cause he is.
Spiritual wealth comes from within. It's your contentment, mindfulness, and spiritual self, things you can have at all times. True spiritual wealth is something that you can control. Material wealth, on the other hand, tends to fluctuate. It's influenced by not only internal factors, such as poor financial decisions, but external ones as well, including the economy, natural disasters, and a host of other scenarios beyond your control. When you find the balance between the two, that's where the magic lies. So with all this in mind, what is spiritual wealth to you? Well, my friends, here's where I'm going to challenge you. Write down what spiritual wealth means to you. This is the first step in creating your new definition of wealth. When you get clear on what spiritual wealth means to you, you can invite that into your life. Your definition does not need to revolve around money at all. It could be about happiness, spirituality, or freedom. Whatever you define it as, spiritual wealth is yours, and nobody can take that away from you. Now that you've defined what spiritual wealth means to you, I want you to define wealth as a whole. Again, this is your own personal definition. Where is your balance of financial wealth and spiritual wealth? And how will you achieve this? If you're interested in bringing your newfound definition...
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR, you know we on the back nine. The voice of reason has been on complete fire tonight. Tonight's topic, man, are you a relationship commoner? A pauper? Are you spiritually impoverished? Yes, that makes you a struggle when it comes to struggle relationships. I'm sorry. You can have every luxury in the world. And if you don't heal what's yours to heal, can we just be honest? You're not deserving of an intimate relationship until you cultivate a healthy one with yourself. We've got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. We've been on fire all night long. Let's get Nzinga from Pensacola, Florida. Get in here.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Bell.
Hey, how are you tonight, and what do you think of tonight's topic?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there.
Okay. This is a good topic. Looking at the questions, they were very interesting. One of them, you said, what's the thought process, outlook, perspective, behaviors on, I guess, a couple that would be in the top 1%, I think.
Yes.
I think embracing the differences.
Right.
I know, like, a lot of people, do you feel like sometimes people look at differences and look at it in a negative way?
Yeah.
A lot of times?
Sure. Absolutely. Right. And
You know,
negative, envious, jealousy. I mean, you know, it's a lot of ways to look at it. Sure.
Yes. Instead of like looking at it as, sometimes you know how when you're in a relationship with somebody, you pick up traits.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you may look at their differences. You may look at something that they do different, but maybe if you look at it in a positive way, that difference can kind of strengthen you, make you a little bit better. I think that sometimes the friction, friction causes fire, and sometimes that can make a relationship stronger. Not just the leaving, like using that friction to fix it a little bit. Does that make sense?
No, you're right there. You're right there.
People will leave instead of using it for momentum.
Right.
To make the relationship stronger.
But so you're making my point that I made earlier this week when I say just because you're having difficult moments in a relationship, that isn't a red flag to give up on the relationship. I said the only time you should really get out of there if there is abject abuse, emotional, psychological, physical, drug abuse, all kinds of, get out of there. But if you guys are just going through a difficult time, that difficult time might be an opportunity where both of you guys go in, reflect, see how you contribute to the difficulty, and then heal from it, and then the relationship gets stronger. You guys have a bond because you guys conquered something. But a lot of people see that as a waste of time because they didn't sign up for the work.
Yes. And one more point. You said something, I guess an activity, boil it down to an activity that couples can do together. I think prayer, more praying together, praying for each other, praying over the relationship. I think people, I call it surface dwelling. Tell my agents, sometimes you got to surface dwell. You can't get too deep. But I think in relationships, you can't surface dwell. You kind of have to dig your feet in. And sometimes, you want to put those I like to wear water shoes when I go in lakes or to the beach. Sometimes you can't do that. You gotta feel the bad parts of it. And I think that prayer, you coming together for a common goal, whatever time of day, I think that can definitely strengthen a relationship.
I love it. You're in the top 1% if y'all praying for each other daily. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. We appreciate you, Nzinga. Guess what you did?
Thank you, Mr. Zoe. I know. I brought Pensacola in.
You brought Pensacola, Florida in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, you already know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to do. I'm about to bring the friend of the voice of reason into the show. Texas is the friend of the VR because Texas be up in here when we come forward. We still got a lot to talk about.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. People with disabilities are extremely talented, resilient problem solvers that have so much to offer. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.
Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up, 'cause I need love that care, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up, 'cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up, 'cause I need love that care, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up, 'cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love those drops. The Voice of Reason is on fire. We turned up tonight. The callers have been amazing, but yet we still have one more. Tonight's topic has been really riveting. I've enjoyed it, man. And like I said, this is a conversation, man, a non-judgmental conversation where everybody gets to say what they want to say. I'm not going to push back. Sometimes I do, but I don't really want to. I really want you guys to be able to talk. I want you guys to be able to share. I want you guys to be able to participate, man, because, a lot of people haven't been heard. So this is a place where you're going to be heard. I don't have to agree, but you're going to be heard. Now, with that said, let's get Attila from Houston, Texas in the building. What up, Attila? How you doing? And what do you think of tonight's topic?
Uncle Zoe, how are you?
I'm all right.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. All right. So
you sound like a real niece, by the way. You sound like a real niece. I was about to say, go over there. My wallet is sitting on the table. Pull out $20. Go down to the corner store, get some Simply Lemonade, get a bag of those Munchos, and then you keep the change. No, go ahead.
Yes, that's exactly how my uncle's talking to me too. But let me just say, so I feel like one thing that people are missing in regards to their interactions with relationship commoners is if you're interacting with somebody like that, your authenticity is key, right? So there's only so long you can pretend to be at their level or vice versa. That's all I'm saying. So I know for me, like I've experienced, I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, where you be talking to people and you start getting on some real high level stuff and then their eyes just like glaze over.
Yes. Yeah. It happens every day.
Yes. Yes. I can only imagine. I could only imagine, Uncle Zoe. So I say all that to say that, if you're true to yourself and you're authentic in your expression and what you're about, you'll have less schisms and isms with a relationship commerce.
Heavy stuff. Really appreciate you. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
And guess what you did?
I brought Houston in the building.
You brought Houston, Texas in the building. We appreciate everybody who calls in and shares their insight. I love talking to folk, man. But now let's get a little deeper. How do you get from impoverished to wealthy? And I'm talking about spiritually. How do you get from spiritual penury to relational wealth? So in the realm of relationships, right, there exists, this divide. There's a stark contrast between those that are relationally impoverished and those that are relationally rich or wealthy. The former is characterized by blame, entitlement, resentment, and a perpetual lack of fulfillment, while the latter thrives on intimacy, gratitude, trust, and a sense of communion in partnership. In this show, we tried to explore the transformative journey from intimate poverty to intimate wealth, addressing key aspects such as personal responsibility, prioritizing intimacy, gratitude, cultural differences, trust, teamwork, spiritual healing, right? Mitigating jealousy, mitigating envy, mitigating competition, and breaking free from societal expectations. And sometimes it's difficult to do that. Individuals in impoverished relationships must first recognize the power of personal responsibility in their pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. By shifting the focus from blaming to claiming, I know y'all don't want to hear claim over blame. I'll stop it. By shifting the focus from blaming their partner to taking ownership of their own emotions, actions, interpretations, perspectives, viewpoints, they can break free from the cycle of blame and resentment. We want to break free from the cycle of blame and resentment. We want to create a culture in our relationships that elevate claim over blame. This shift empowers us to seek personal growth, communicate effectively, and make choices that align with the truth of who we are. Then we have to slip into prioritizing intimacy for passionate and fulfilling connections. So a lot of people are so busy on the hamster wheel of life, we tend to not prioritize intimacy. Relationally wealthy couples understand the importance of prioritizing intimacy, both emotional and physical, to maintain a passionate and fulfilling connection, a union here, right? That's how you stay invested. And intimacy is not always sex. You know what I'm saying? How you doing today? I love to see you win. I love it when you're in your wheelhouse of power. That's intimate, right? They invest time and effort into nurturing their emotional bond through open communication, active listening, and shared experiences. Additionally, they prioritize physical intimacy, recognizing its role in deepening their connection and fostering a sense of closeness. The transformative power of prayer and gratitude. Man, prayer is a type of gratitude. I need you to know. I don't want to go. Don't make me do. That's another topic. Let's just do gratitude. Gratitude plays a pivotal role in the lives of those in impoverished relationships. By practicing gratitude, individuals can shift their perspectives and transform their outlook on their partner and their relationship. Expressing appreciation for the positive aspect of their relationships helps them focus on their strengths rather than dwelling on the shortcomings, fostering a more and positive dynamic. When's the last time you told your partner, thank you? Thank you for being you. We always thank our partner for what we do, or many of us do, many of us don't. But when's the last time you thanked your partner for being themselves? Thank you for being you. That's intimacy too. Right? Navigating cultural differences with celebration and learning. Relationally wealthy couples, right? Individuals, they embrace cultural differences within their relationships, celebrating diversity and learning from each other. They approach these differences with curiosity, respect, and a willingness to understand and appreciate their partner's background. By fostering an environment of acceptance and learning, they create a rich and vibrant kind of mosaic of shared experiences. Let me give you an example. You can be black from Pasadena, and you can be black from Omaha. Those are some different cultural experiences in that relationship. So being able to keep a space where you get to be from Omaha and you get to be from Pasadena. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a healthy space. Then, rebuilding trust after betrayal. You want a healthy relationship, you got to learn how to do this. Addressing issues of trust and betrayal is crucial for those in impoverished relationships. Rebuilding trust requires an open and honest level of communication, consistent actions that demonstrate reliability and character, and a commitment to growing up every day, right? It is a gradual process that involves forgiveness, setting healthy boundaries, and working together to establish a new foundation of trust. I'm giving you the cheat code. Your wallet does not make you high value. Your spirit does. The work you do on your soul makes you high value. You want to be, everybody want to be a 1%er. Everybody want to be Bill Gates. Everybody want to be Steve Jobs. Everybody want to be, Jay-Z and them. They got so much money. But dude, no disrespect, I don't know them. What is the condition of the soul? And I think their soul is good, by the way. Have y'all seen that little documentary where Jay-Z got all these brothers talking about their relationships and about being men, and very powerful stuff. So this is definitely not an indictment against them. But I'm going to give you another one. Foster teamwork and partnership. Relationally rich couples understand the importance of teamwork and partnership in overcoming challenges and achieving shared goals, man. We got to work together if we want to love together, if we want to live together, if we want to grow together. Listen, I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Now, you know the fire will continue to burn because my homegirl, Jill Monroe, you know her show, RSVP with Jill Monroe. It's up next. I'll see y'all next week with some more heat.
Yeah. I run New York. I get it. I get it. Yeah. I took quarter water, sold it in bottles for $2. And Coca-Cola came and bought it for beans. That's what's up. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. I write the check before the baby comes.